afternoon, everyone. I'm Ben. It's Acoustic Paradiso here on Andertons TV. You spoke and we listened. This is the first of this is the first of my videos that we're doing in response to a poll that we ran on our social media channels. If you want to get involved with the things, the type of content we're going to create, give those a follow on Instagram and everywhere else, and you can answer some questions about what you'd like to see. The thing that people wanted to see was a Parlour guitar shootout with guitars between kind of £500 and £700. So here we are. I'm going to start with this, which is the PRS Tonnerre, the PRS SE Tonnerre. Now this is a mahogany top, mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck, Parlour size guitar. I have done a video on these before actually. If you check as ever, all of the links and the details and the prices for these guitars are in the description below. I believe there's a link to a video that we did on these before, which is a little bit like a before. I'm going to use it as a before and after for my Weight Watchers video, I think. But check it out. It's not really Weight Watchers, but you know what I mean. It's a different version of me in that video. But anyway, this is the PRS SE Tonnerre Parlour size guitar. It looks cool. I love the herringbone. Well, it's not herringbone. Whatever it is, the bird. Do they call it black crow's feet? I've got a very young baby and I'm not getting much sleep, so you'll have to forgive my slight inability to form sentences coherently. But anyway, I'm going to play it because that's really what this is all about. All of these have got pickup systems. I believe the one in here is a Fishman, and I've set it up so it sounds nice. I'm going to do a similar thing on both. I'm going to start with a bit of bluesy stuff, and then I'm going to do some kind of finger-picking-y, folky things, and we'll see which one you prefer. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and all that good stuff. But enough of my yakking. Let's look at guitars. All right. All right, so that's the kind of bluesy stuff. It's a Parlour guitar. I mean, if you've seen me play Parlour guitars in these videos before, you'll know that I love Parlour guitars. It's my kind of acoustic size of choice. And this has got this has got a reasonable amount of bass response actually for a small guitar. None of them are going to have the same bass as a Dreadnought or anything, because that's not what you want a Parlour guitar for. But there we go, that's some blues stuff. I'm going to do a kind of folky thing on here and then move on and start drawing comparisons between all of these other instruments. So here we go. Comfortable to play, well set up. It's a reasonably wide nut on here actually, very much kind of suited for finger picking, but not too wide if you've got smaller hands. Parlour guitars really suited for the smaller people because they are so much smaller, obviously. But I like them, I love them. And this is a fun one to play. I'm going to move on so we can start listening to how they sound different to each other rather than just talking about guitars, which you can see much more detailed videos on if you follow the links below. Next up in our Parlour shootout, we have this from Alvarez. Always known for their snappy guitar names. This is the Alvarez MPA66E SHB. I think they should give them some nice names. But looking at this, again, this is a mahogany top, mahogany back and sides. It has a pickup system. This has got the most advanced pickup system of these ones here. It's got a Baggs Stage Pro element system, which is worth noting, because it's got a 3-band EQ, volume, notch filter, phase switch and a tuner, which compared to the rest of these guitars is, you know, it's a lot of stuff. It does, however, have that in the top of the guitar. So I know some people don't like the cutouts in the top, me included, but it's a great pickup system. I'm going to play some stuff on it. Before I do, I'm just going to mention that I think this has got my favourite neck of the 4. It's quite a chunky neck, but it's not a very wide neck. Super comfortable to play. Personal preference, obviously, but I really like it. So I'm going to do some bluesy stuff. Here we go. There we go. So tonally, pretty different to the PRS actually, surprisingly different. More, it's hard to describe sound, isn't it? It's like dancing about taste, but it's, for me, it's got a bit more low end and kind of particularly in the low mids, which gives it a bit more body, but maybe a little less kind of snappy top end than this has. Personal preference, but I think, you know, for me, I like this one more than that one so far. Let me do some kind of more gentle finger picking stuff, and we'll see what happens. In terms of appearance, this one's a lot flashier than the PRS2 because it's got this kind of rather nice binding and everything. And the Alvarez, the Alvarez have their kind of bridge designs and stuff, which we've spoken about before. Nice responsive guitar to play though. Let me do some more gentle things, and we'll see how that sounds. Okay. Nice, nice. I think this guitar needs a few hundred hours of playing on it, and it would turn into something really, really pretty special, actually. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. You know, small body mahogany tops on small bodies can sometimes, for my money, be a little bit kind of constrictive when you start finger picking on them, unless it's an old guitar and it's had, you know, a lot of time to really kind of open up. Yeah. As a long-term investment, it sounds nice now. I think in a couple of years it'll sound really nice if it's played a lot. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let's have a look at the next one, which is the Fender. All right. Next up, we have this, which is the Fender Paramount Parlour in natural finish. Unlike the previous 2, this one has got a spruce top, but we're sticking with the mahogany back and sides. We've done a video on these as well, I'm sure. I really like this pick guard, this kind of tiger stripe pick guard. And I like the inlays on these, and yeah, generally I like the look of these Fender ones. Fender, I think, have really upped their acoustic game over the last few years too, and yeah, let's see how this one sounds. We'll start again with some bluesy stuff, and see what you reckon. So let's hear how this sounds for some more, you know, gentle kind of singer-songwritery, folky stuff, because I think it's suited to that very well as well. Here we go. So there we go. It sounds nice, sounds sweet. It's a narrower nut width than the other two as well, I think. You'll have to check the specs and let me know for sure. It feels narrower, and so it feels a little tighter up here. Again, this is personal preference. If you've got smaller hands, this will probably suit you really, really well. My hands aren't massive, but I think I'm just used to playing guitars with a slightly wider nut spacing. So, you know, each to their own. But let's see how the Lowden stacks up against these three. Okay, lastly, in our Parlour size Shootout, we have this, which is the Sheeran model by Lowden. So this is made in Northern Ireland and is the most expensive of the four. It has Indian rosewood back and sides, spruce top with a mahogany neck. I believe, and I haven't checked this is just going by feel, it's got the shortest scale length of the four. I might be mistaken. Now with a Lowden, you expect the finishing to be kind of impeccable and the setup to be great, which it is on these, I have to say. The feel of this is fantastic, which is lovely. Let's see how it holds up against these four with a bit of kind of bluesish stuff, and then I'll do some more folky stuff. Here we go. Out of the four, it is the quietest. Like actually acoustically, it's like noticeably quieter than the others. I'd say it was also kind of the least bassy of the four. Maybe between the PRS and this is kind of close. But this feels like it does lack a little bit of low end compared to the other four. But plugged in, I think it sounds great. Let's see how it fares with a bit of the folky stuff, shall we? There we go. So folky things. It's kind of nice. It's not really my bag, this guitar, I have to say. Out of the four, I feel it is a little bit lacking in its like as an acoustic instrument in the room. I think it could do with a bit more. But you know, it is made of solid tone woods. It is going to open up the more you play it. And just because it's not my favourite doesn't mean it's not your favourite. So let me know what you think down below. Before we go on, I should mention that some of these come with cases, some of them don't. I believe the PRS and the Fender both come with hard cases. This comes with a very substantial gig bag, and the Alvarez comes naked. But you know, we do sell gig bags. You can buy one. If it were my money I was spending, it's a tricky one, but I have a feeling I would probably go for the Alvarez, which I believe is the second most expensive here. In terms of price, they're all listed down below, but the PRS is the cheapest of the four, and the Lowden is the most expensive. As I say, it's, you know, personal choice here. If it was if I was buying one of these four guitars, I would go for the Alvarez. Even though it does have the cutout in the top for the pickup system, which I don't like. But that's just me being fussy. I'd be interested to see what you think is the best, and yeah, let me know. And until next time, make sure you click like and subscribe, and like I say, follow all of our other kind of social media, Instagram, all that type of thing, and then you can take part in more polls and let us know what kind of videos you'd like to see, because it's nice to make videos that people want to watch. Until next time, we'll see you again.